Well, new at 6, we have new information in a deadly dog attack that left a 35-year-old mother of 4 dead and one of her children seriously injured. Now, we have been reporting on the brutal mauling of Courtney Williams involving more than a dozen of her neighbors' dogs.
And as WALB News 10's Brittany Blake reports, the dog's owner will likely not be held accountable because of the way the local ordinance is written.
1 week ago, 35-year-old Courtney Williams was mauled by a pack of dogs in her front yard. Now we are learning, due to lack of local provisions, there was no law restricting the dog owner from letting his dogs run loose. According to the Brooks County ordinance, a dangerous dog is defined as, quote, one that inflicts a severe injury on a human being without provocation on public or private property at any time, or aggressively bites, attacks, or endangers the safety of humans without provocation after the dog has been classified as a potentially dangerous dog and after the owner has been notified of such classification, end quote. But none of the dogs that attacked Courtney Williams are breeds considered to be dangerous, and none were involved in a previous attack, so they weren't required to be restrained or behind a fence.
We know that not everything was correct in regards to the ordinances, in regards to animal control resources available, and some of that may have played into why this situation occurred. But looking ahead, we can't really affect what has happened. All we can do is learn from it. We can study it. Thomasville Humane was brought in and asked to bring in to assist from the moment this occurred, and we're committed to assisting, moving forward in reaching a solution.
I spoke to national dog expert Dr. James Crosby, who says dangerous behavior can result in any breed.
None of the dogs in this case, and I've now met all of them, none of them have the characteristics that people would commonly call a pit bull. They do not have broad heads. They do not have big, massive jaws. They do not have broad shoulders. They do not have any of the characteristics other than 4 legs and a tail.
We've learned there was a total of 15 dogs involved in the initial attack. Thomasville Humane has been able to locate 13 of them. The dogs determined to have attacked Courtney Williams will be euthanized.
We understand the reality. We understand that there's a strong likelihood that these dogs will never leave here alive. But again, we want to gain as much information and as much knowledge from this experience as we can, so that hopefully we don't have to go through this again.
Courtney Williams' son, who was seriously injured in the attack, is now out of the hospital. A family member told me he is at home resting and doing fine. The funeral for Courtney Williams will be this Saturday in Douglas. Brittany Blake, WALB, your hometown news source.